Okay, this is Sadie. Her owner is Barry, and she is, I believe, a paint and an Arab smushed together. I think she's about 6 years old. I had to kind of wake her up a little bit. I went into her stall and she was laying down and she did not want to get up. She says, "It's a holiday, I'm not getting up." So I warmed her up a little bit, and we're going to see if I can show you a couple things about how to kind of play with these horses on the ground. Just kind of play with her here a little bit, see what we can do about getting in time and moving those feet where I want them to go. Doing as little as possible, but making corrections if I need to. Flies are kind of bad, but she'll deal with them here. So I'm just going to start, just kind of walk around here a little bit. I'm going to start getting just in timing with her feet here. And when she puts her ears back, for her, that usually means, now she does get kind of cranky at times, but most of the time she's really paying attention. The rest of her body's kind of relaxed and she's really listening, but she gets to where she's really paying attention to what you're doing. So ears back don't always necessarily mean a really bad thing. Sometimes it's okay. And she's really not afraid of my flag here at all. I can do anything with this flag. I'm just kind of using it. It's something to kind of aid with. I want her to kind of pay attention to what I'm asking. If she doesn't, then I'll pick her up and kind of move her. And when they start paying attention to you like this on the ground, you do the same stuff in the saddle. You can just kind of ask these horses to go kind of with you a little bit. Okay. Better. Now when I reach for a horse, I want them to reach for me too. If she doesn't, kind of wake her up there. This is light. There's nothing there. She's going backwards. I'm going to bring her forward. I'm going to run out of room here. We're just in a round pen, so my beautiful daughter doesn't have to walk too far. Okay, she's my camera videographer. So I'm going to pick her up. Now if I want her to get a little bit more backing, a little bit more rounded in the back, because when they back, you want them to round from their hindquarters, lift it up through here and come out, lift this and drive back from behind. So if I want her to do more, I can actually take this flag and tap her on the butt, and you see how she rounds out and goes backwards that way. Then I'll move that hindquarter and I'll show you that again. So I'm going to reach for her, she reaches for me. When I want her to round out more, I'm not pulling. I'm just going to drive that hindquarter a little bit. Kind of get in rhythm there. And get her to pick up that back, drop that hindquarter, and drive backwards. Now the first time you do this, and I'm sure you'll see on one of my other tapes at some point, you know, the first time you do this, they try and go forward and stuff like that. They don't understand what you want, but pretty soon, it's usually really quick, they learn everything drives from behind. Okay, now I want to take her, move that hindquarter around nice and easy. And I'm going to give the difference between planting that front end and yielding that hindquarter. She's getting hung up in my rope, which is okay. I kind of like that. I leave my ropes down so that the more it gets wrapped up around their feet, the better. She's kind of fast stepping occasionally here. So I want her to pivot that front end. Now I'm just going to change my hand here, and I want her to walk that front end around. I'm going to pivot that front end. And it's all in your body in the direction that you're going. And then I'm just going to lead her this way and ask her to walk that front end and still bring that hind end a little further. And I'm going to just change my hand and plant that front foot. This hand, my left hand, talks to her left front foot. So if I want it to stay still, I just plant it like a little marionette. If I want it to walk off, I just simply lead it off. My body doesn't really have to change too much. Just, I'm talking to this front left foot, I want it to stay still. Want it to walk off. I just want her to follow this feel. If I pick up here, she should walk over here. If I pick up over here, she should walk over there. Everything's light. My body does the same thing whether I'm riding or whether I'm on the ground. I push, and I just kind of get it going this direction. I want her to come to me, I just kind of draw. I know I have a line on here, but that's okay. I stop, she should stop. I want her to go back. She should go back. If she doesn't go back as fast as I'm going, I'm just going to kind of remind her there a little bit. I'm going to bring her over here. Now when I want her to go sideways out of that circle, I'll find those feet and I'll start walking with those feet the best I can. Occasionally we're going to get out of timing, but every chance I get, I'm going to talk to those feet with my body. Now again, I'm going to bring her front end across. I'm going to ask her to come around. Now she's circling, and I'm going to find those feet. I'm going to mostly concentrate on the hind foot. When I want to go from a circle to a sideways, when that hind quarter's ready, I just start walking that hind quarter out. If I want her to back up, it doesn't even matter if I'm on the side of her. I can just kind of wiggle her backwards there, back her, bring that front end over, and send her this way. Nice and relaxed and calm. Get in timing with those feet. She gets those big flies off of her that bite so hard. Send her forward again. Have her come and face me. Stop. I freeze, she freezes. Take this rope, flip it over her back. Like, I want to play with the flag. Want her to come around over here to me. She should keep her head here while I put that rope on the other side. I'm going to reach around here. Good morning. Somebody's walking down the street. I know I hear it too, Sadie. I don't know what it is. She's very curious. I want her to flex from that side. I throw this rope all the way around her butt. If she goes to go before I ask her, because she's not paying attention, I'm just going to kind of go with her here if I can. See if I can get her to stop. There we go. I don't want her to just take off there. I want her to wait for me. And then follow that feel. Hind quarter, front quarter, stop. Give her a pet. Throw this rope over here. And again, this flag, I'm just letting it be kind of hazardous there. So that she's okay with stuff around her feet, things flapping around. This comes over there and she waits. I kind of got hung up in her mane over there and pulled a little bit, so she followed my feel over there, which was okay. Release it. See if I can help her stay there this time. Put it over her butt. She should wait until I ask for anything. Okay. Then when I start picking up that feel here, I want her to cross that hind quarter once, cross that hind quarter twice, bring that front end over, face me and wait for me. Again, and then just back her up. There's all sorts of stuff. Just kind of get feel here. Pay attention to where those feet are when you're doing anything with her. And then all that stuff that you'll see really isn't all that magical. It's just getting in timing. If you want to walk with your horse, get her set up, walk her forward, stop. From any angle that you do this, she wants to smell the flag. Back, back, and cross over that front. I can yield the front quarters from next to her. Okay? And I can yield the hind quarters by walking towards her. Walk forward again. Always trying to stay in timing when I can. When I want her to walk sideways, I step out, I step across. Wake her up there, tap. So if I want sideways instead of the front, my hip just pushes her hip while my front's pushing her front. Now my hip stops driving, and then my front end just walks her across. When I want to go sideways again, my hip drops, and my hip pushes her hip, and my feet stay in contact with her. When I want to stop the front end and yield the hind, my front just stops, and my hind end keeps going towards her hind end. Nothing magical. Just getting in timing with those feet. Off to the sideways again. Stop driving with my hip and only drive with the front, and then she moves the front end across. Nice and easy. Then you can ask her to come off of this wheel here. If you're walking down the street, she can walk on this side of you. Running out of room, switch my hands. Have her walk. And she'll switch sides. When she gets over here and her front feet get next to me, I'll plant that front foot. That hind foot will just keep going. And then off we walk again. Get rid of this flag probably. Wait till the dog goes and chase it. I can ask her to walk across in front of me. When her front feet get next to me, I stop them and bring them around. It's just talking to those feet. Nothing magical. Bring her across here. When her front get in line with my shoulder, I stop the front feet by planting my hand. That hind quarter keeps going across. I switch my hands, allow that front end to go across. Stop, sorry, because I'm running out of room. When those front feet get over there, I just simply stop my hand. I just plant it. I don't pull. By getting into pulling, I'll just pull her on top of me, and a lot of people have that problem. They get over here, and then they start pulling this, and then they go, gosh, my horse is in front of me now, and then they get all jumbled up. So, you don't pull. It's always a hold. You just turn your hand into nothing. It just freezes. And then when you want that front end to move again, you simply ask it to move. When you want it to stop moving, you simply stop it. When you want it to move, you get a feel of moving. It's a feel of stopping, a feel of moving. It's a feel no matter what you're doing. It's very light. There's nothing there. Okay? Drive it over here. You should be able to, anywhere you go, and my body directs that, she just simply goes with me. Nice and easy. I stop, she stops. She can put her head down, and she can stand here nice and relaxed. So if you have only a few minutes to work with your horse, you can get an awful lot done. Even if it's raining real bad and all you got is the aisle of your barn, or even inside their stall. Maybe you're not feeling good, but you want to come out and play with your horse. You can do all this stuff in a pretty small space and still get an awful lot done. Just feel like you're talking to each one individually. Ask it what you want it to do. Picture in your mind what you want your horse to do, and then just do that in your body, and then they'll do that in their body. But you've got to have that focus on your horse as to what you want him to do. She's like, huh? There you go. And just, you help them a little bit if, they get distracted just like the rest of us. And then they're just fine. You should be able to drop your rope. She should stay there. Walk around. And you also want to be able to get your horses calm enough that anywhere you want to touch your horse, you can touch him. Okay? You should be able to reach back and get your horse's tail. Lift it up, and it should be nice and good. Just have it nice and relaxed. Everything should always be relaxed. So that's how you play with your horse for a little bit on the ground. Thank you.